I'm Peter DeWitt, a former school principal and teacher, and I'm a consultant and author, and I write the Finding Common Ground blog for Education Week. What if I told you that you have marginalized students that don't feel very safe? It seems like in our schools we have students that kind of go through their 4 years of high school unscathed. Everything works for them. They have good grades, they have loads of friends, and they play sports and they just fit in. And then we've got other students that are nervous every time they walk through the school doors. A few years ago, I did my doctoral research in safeguarding LGBT students. And one of the things that I found was that school administrators don't do a very good job of safeguarding them. Actually, they do a pretty horrific job of safeguarding them. And unfortunately, what happens is that those kids are bullied and harassed in school. When I was doing the doctoral research, I became very acquainted with the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, which is GLSEN. And their research showed that well over 80% of LGBT students were bullied or harassed in some way in schools. And that's a problem because these are students that we lose year after year. And sometimes those are students that die by suicide. So we have a real issue. In New York State, where I reside, we had the Dignity for All Students Act. And it meant that we had to have safeguards in our school board policies and student codes of conduct that specifically addressed the needs of LGBT students. And that even became something as simple as using the words lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, something that many school administrators didn't want to talk about. And I found that in my research that teachers didn't even know where to start. So in 2012, I wrote a book called Dignity for All Students, Safeguarding LGBT Students for Corwin Press. And there were some specifics that I thought were really important. And one is pretty simple. It's just about reading literature that has an LGBT character. When I was growing up, my dad died when I was 11, and my mom never remarried. And in the years after that, my teachers never read a book that specifically talked about one-parent households or a parent who had died. So I always felt like my life was very different compared to all of my friends who had both parents. And as a principal, I didn't want that to be the case for my students who were coming in my doors every day. We had lesbian parents, we had gay parents. And those parents, those families, those kids deserve to be just as engaged as any other student that's walking in the doors. So making sure that we have school board policies, student codes of conduct, that we're actually having a discussion about LGBT issues within our curriculum is highly important and something we all should be doing because we can't continue to lose the kids that we've been losing day after day, week after week.